Welcome to Eli Goldsmith's Inspired Flow. We're sitting on our beautiful balcony in the holy city of Jerusalem, and as Bob Marley once sung, sun is shining, the weather is sweet, makes me wanna move, makes you wanna move, those dancing feet to the rescue, here I am. And I remember once we had a new version of that song back in the day. It was really cool. The main thing is that we got to have a safe space, not just a space inside ourselves, which we spoke about in the previous week, but safe space in your home or around and about. If you have, like a friend of mine, he has this Bodhisattva corner, a place where he talks to God in aloneness. But there's also a very powerful concept, not only have a safe space, but also a safe space to join with others. The power of the group, the power of being together with other people. And like even in Jerusalem, there's always, unfortunately, sirens. Right now I see an ambulance flying past from the Old City direction. And we always have to think about how blessed we are that we have a healthy family. I was standing in shul in the synagogue this Shabbat in a reconnect place, and it was very spiritual, bringing the new month of Adar. Adar is the month of joy. We increase in joy, and we got 2 months of it, 60 days of increasing joy. That is the whole focus of these 2 months coming up. We were blessing it in shul, and I was thinking, like, I'm surrounded by my boys, like they're all there together in one place, and my wife and girls are all at home in a good place, and we had some beautiful guests, and the guests were very safe in our home. I felt like they're really open and raw, and they were able to just really open their hearts up to us about all the different traumas, especially one boy, like all the traumas he's gone through in the school system, and now he's finally in Israel and he's finding himself, and even then he still needs more space to find himself. That need for space and that need for empathy, and also it seemed like he was really seeking out just someone who could just listen. And thank God, I just prepared myself to be in that mindset, and I admitted to them, I said, I'm really working on this, and my wife was like, you're really getting there. And it was just nice to also for me to feel like that important aspect of we're really doing something special, and to really give that gratitude and appreciation of the growth we're making. And there's a word I'm thinking of, but it's just escaping me. But I've done that many times in these podcasts where I've just forgotten words that are like exactly the defining word I'm looking for. And the reason why I say that I'm missing it is because I want people to message me and tell me what that word is. But there's also the aspect of, it's really important, I'd be vulnerable, and I want people to know I'm human. And that was how I started my meal with these guests, that I'm a human person, and sometimes in the meals, have a little bit of fun at the table with my family, and it gets a bit like what we call labor dick, but in a more struggling way. So it's just nice, when we start off that way and end that way, which we did, the people felt safe and they could just be open. And this is something which, I have my balcony spot right now. I'm sitting here, the birds are singing and all the different sounds around me of Yerushalayim, and it's just such an amazing just ability to just stop and just feel the inspired flow of life, and know that things are gonna be successful and things are gonna grow. Like I'm meeting with a professional, my wife, today, and then I'm meeting with Nissim Black. We're gonna round off a lot of bookings and push ahead for some new bookings and just come to some closure, some important things, and move forward. And I'm also cleaning up on my social media sites to make sure that the next stage is depicted. And I have a new concept called Live It Up Israel, which I'm playing around with. People can visit Jerusalem, and I'm happy to give them that inner experience, that inner tour, the way I've lived it, the authentic, real journey through Jerusalem, through the holy city. Obviously it's going to be a Jewish focused way. You're welcome to go on other tours for the other religions or other ways you want to see, but it will only be a short few hours project that I'm offering and slot that I have. But basically it's an opportunity once again to realize in Yerushalayim, in the place which people see as a war-torn, difficult nervous place to visit. Really, it's a place with so much safe spaces here, and I know like people who have come recently have commented how safe they feel and how the conflict of war and terrorism, all that kind of stuff, even though unfortunately it's going on and we should all be safe from it, we should hear good news, and all the soldiers and everybody who's involved should be protected, and it should just be a beautiful place in all ways. But even then they still feel that safety and that specialness. So I'm going to end off today's podcast and it's going to be called Safe Places, Inspired Safe Places, so we can flow. And I want everyone to join me in building that on a global level through the social media sites. The social media should be a safe place to inspire and flow. And then there could be in events and projects where everyone can join up right now. It's all available. I'm having the time and the flow to be focused on it. And I want to just thank Hashem for all the gifts he gives, just have that appreciation. And that will be part of this when you have a gratitude mindset. Like I was listening to one of these podcasts with Lewis Howes and also on Tony Robbins. This gratitude mindset is so powerful and it just creates such a different way of thinking and being, that nothing really negative can pull you down. You're just in a different world set, and in the true world, the true space of what life's about, and it just draws a lot of goodness. So everyone should just be blessed with that. Have a beautiful day, a beautiful week, and a beautiful new months coming up of joy. All the best. Thanks for listening and sharing.